Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Corpo Annie. Today we need to create here the food details application database inside the MySQL. First of all, we need to open here the local PHP myadmin, and inside the food delivery database we need to open, and we need to create here full application. The database designs we need to create here now. First of all, we need to modify inside the this data tables. Go to structures and need to add here the one more tab we need to need here for the user tab. For the 1 is equal to user and 3 is equal to admin. In future we need to add second user. User 2 is equal to set here the restaurant. First of all, need to add here the one columns. Need to create push tokens device tab. After need to add one columns to write down here the user type, and to set here the one, you need to set here by default set 1, and need to set here the comments 1 equal to user and 2 means the restaurants. In future use, now we need to use only the admin. 3 is the admin. This is the user roles for this app. 3 roles. First of all, users. Second one is the restaurant. Third one is the admins. Okay, save this, and now we need to modify these tables. Now we need to insert some data. We need to change. We need to create one account as an admin. We have to write down your name as an admin, and we need to change this email address manually. Create this account as an admin. Authority by default as a set user. Set here the admin, and now need to set here convert into role as a 3, set as an admin to set. Now need to here the say app inside we need to list out the here the restaurant list. Need to first of all create here the restaurant detail screen. We need to inside we need to first of all the create here table as a restaurant details. Need to need something value. First of all, we need to go inside here and click here the new, and we need to give here the table name as a restaurant. Details. Need to write down here the restaurant ID and set auto generate, and automatically select the primary key. Now we need to after the give the restaurant name as a property, use here this name, set as a name varchar, and to set here the 100. By default set is a blank. Then after we need to set here the image. For these images to write down here the varchar, and to write down here the 150 for the imaging text. And after we need to set here the shop type. This is the cafe, buffet. This type need to set here. First of all, set here the shop type. Set here varchar, and we need to set here 100. Not 100, we need to set here 50 because maybe maximum 1050 here. That's why I need to set. Now we need to increase this column. We need to set 10 here. Go to. Then after we need to set here the food type, which food we need to set here. Need to write here varchar, and to write here the 115s. Then after we need to give the here restaurant address fields. We need to set here address varchar to set here 100 500 200 is good. Now we need to give here the restaurant which city in available to varchar and to set here the 50 right here. And then after need to set here the state, which state down here. Then after we need to give here the locations for the latitudes and longitudes. We need to use here the doubles property we need to use, otherwise you need to use here varchar not use double. By default set into 0 and need to create here the long, write down as a double. Then after we need to set here the delivery cost per order. Set as a double here. By default we need to set here. And then after we need to create here the created date. Set here date time and to set timestamp. Then date set here and set here current time. And last one is the status for active or deleted. Set here 1 and to by default set is 1 is active right here is active, 0 means inactive, and 2 means delete. To write here the comments inside here. And now this is the restaurant details tables are done. Need to define here these columns names, need to define for the fill the whole restaurant information here. Now need to save this. Long keyword are the reserve, need to change here longitudes, titles. We need to change this name is latitudes. Yeah, longitude. Okay, now we need to save this. Now the tables are the create here the restaurant details table need to generate it. Now we need to this screen inside we need to write here first of all. We need to create these upper tables we need to generate inside the database. Now we need to open and create new. Click on new and open the new tables. We need to give your name upper details. To write down here the offer ID. Only this table use are the display presentations, not use any the interconnection between the other tables. Need to give here set the primary. Now need to give here the offer name as a name properties and need to write down here the 100 titles defined by default set defaults blank. Then after we need to give which restaurants we need to give this offer create. Need to set here the restaurant ID. Set here the restaurant ID and varchar by default set as a 0. Then after we need to set here the offer image for the right here the image. Set varchar and 150. By default is a blank. Now we need to increase this table width to add 10 columns more. Add here So after we need to write down here the offer started date, which date to display this banner. Set this app started date, create here the date times, and define here the current date time, and to set here the end and date time, set here date time. Between two dates between the display here this screen view over this end date then not display. And now we need to set here the status, create here users, and to write down here, and we to give here the comments. One was the active, 0 was the 0 inactive. We need to set here. 2 means deleted. Set this type comments, write down here. And now we need to create here the created date, create time date, set here created date, set here varchar, not varchar into date times, and to set here the current timestamp. Then after we need to write down here the update columns, each date update this data, set as a date time, and we write down here the current timestamp. And we need to save these offer tables first. Offer table are the done. Now we need to set here status. We need to by default set as a 1, inactive, set as a active, not inactive. Okay, now offer details tables are the generators. Then after we need to create here the category tables. We need to develop, to go inside the menu, go homes, and we need to create this here the categories here: offers, Sri Lanka, Italians, Indians, food types. We need to enter which type, to write down here the category tables, category details. Now we need to write here the category ID, set this, and we need to give here the name, set varchar, to set here 100. Now we need to category image, we need to set here varchar 150, defined. Then after we need to give here the created dates, we set here date times, and set as a default as a current timestamp. Need to add 2 more columns, and set here updated, select the date time here, and then after we need to create here the timestamp, and to give your status, set here by default as a 1. Now need to give here the comments for this column, set here 1 is equal to active, 0 means inactive, and 2 means to delete this category. And now save this table category details. We need to click on the save, and now we need to create here the category details tables are the done. So we need to create this information, we need to save here inside the category details. Now need to create here the this menu detail screen. Need to write down here the this tab we need to put the created here the menu list. Or need to develop this table, create new tables, write down here the menu details. Need to set here the menu ID, set here the auto generate, set here the name, give here varchar, and to set here name here the 100, set here. Then after we need to give here the menu image. For these images, here varchar, set here 115. Now need to write down here the created dates, set here date time and current timestamps, and to add two more update columns into set date time, and after current date current timestamps and status need to set here 1, and to by default set 1 is active. To write down here the view 1 is active, 0 means inactive, 2 means the. Now save this table, menu detail table into created done. After we need to define inside the this recipe, like we need to open this design and we need to list out this whole recipe. Inside we need to create the menu items. To create here the menu item detail tables. To write down here the menu item ID, and to create it the auto increment. Now we need to set here the which menu inside this item create. That's why I need to use here the menu ID for the use here the menu details table ID. We need to use here for the foreign key, and to that is by default 0. Then after which restaurant inside the create this category, use your restaurant ID, and to set here the connection between this item, this restaurant particular this item. After we need to set here the category, which category inside this food get, we need to create here this category. We need to give here the category IDs, set here or not care default 0. Now it to add more 10 columns, add here. Then after we need to set here the food tab, that is a varchar, and here 100. This is the food tabs. Now need to give here the name varchar set, and need to set here the 15 for maximum. Then after we need to these items image we need to set here varchar, and inside we need to here the customize these orders. For the we need to create here the two columns. First of all we need to is allow iteration, allow if allow the display this row inside this detail screen. To set this flag here, that one by default set active, that is it. One is After we need to use here the select any ingredients we need to change inside these items for the given order times. Set here the custom ingredients set here. Hello. Okay, now and then after we need to create here the product description, item description, we need to write down here the this description add here. Use here the varchar and to write down here and not more. Right? Here. After we need to set here the base price. Is the base price we need to set here. Product base price. Set here. Write down. Here the created date. Have date time. And you have to set current timestamp. Timestamp to the time and to. After to create here the status. Set 1. By default set is 1 active and write down 1 is equal to 0 means inactive, not visible this item. 2 means the delete. We always the delete soft delete, not use the hard delete because we need to interconnect with the data inside the other tables. That's why to not delete. To delete only use the soft flag. Now we need to this menu item detail screen at the designs done, table design done. Need to save this table and we need to get here the menu items. Need to set here. Then after we need to create here the preparation details table, we need to develop for the specific these items. Need to write down here the create new tables. Preparation detail. And we need to set here the preparation ID. Auto increment and we need to give here the menu item. Preparations means if you buy pizza like the different size, small, mediums, big, larger, big, this type here set like use these preparations and different size the different price need to here the additional price need to set here to give here the name preparation. Write down here the varchar and need to set here 50. Set here. Then after need to give it the additional price for change this order price. If you change this here to set here the small, bigs and more than related, we need to set here price. We need to set inside the double this value. Create here to 0.0. By default price additional price is 0 means free, no any additional charge here. Need to increase this column. First of all we need to add more 3 columns here. Go to and we to first of all create here the created date. That is a date time and to set here the current timestamp. And to date And to set here the status, set as a 1, when by default give 1. Write down here 1 means active, 2 means delete. Zero means invisible, inactive. Now we need to save this table, preparation detail table. We need to save. Click on save and create this table here, the preparations details. To check, insert the give menu items. Yes, we give menu ID. Link specific this menu and set the preparations. If you user allow, the user can choose the here details, list out the like mean preparations, small depression, preparations, larger big preparations, like list out here, and user can select anyone. Now we need to same like the create here the custom ingredients details need to add. We need to create new tables here. Write down is to customize. Ingredients. To remove this customize, no need to only set ingredients details. Need to write down here the ingredients ID. Copy this and to set here the auto increment. Then after we need to set here the which menu items ID we need to set here. By default it set here the 0. Then after we need to ingredients name here set varchar and to write down here the 75. Then after we need to set here the additional price for this item. If you select this, so you can give the extra. Varchar we need to set here the 500. And now to add 3 more additional column we need to add here. For the common columns for the created dates, set here date time and to set here current timestamp same as here for the update columns. Now here the status, select here give 1 and to set here the timestamps, not current timestamp. By default to set here 1 and to set 1. 0 means active and 2 means delete. Now we need to save this table here and now create the ingredients details. We need to this box value here set here this table use. And then after we need to use here this favorite user, particular user, the favorite these items, favorite unfavorite we need to set. First of all we need to create for these tables for the detail tables we need to create here for the item. You can select the favorite unfavorite. To write down here the favorite ID, auto increment, set here the user ID, by default set as a 0. Then after we need to set here the menu items ID, set. And we need to create dates, set date time, current times. Now need to add here 2 more columns use here updated date, that is a current date time and current timestamps. Now need to status, that here by default set as a 1 favorite, so means one favorite. Now we need to save this table for the favorite details table. Save. Now we need to next table for the this ratings and review user by after. Need to give user the review for this particular order. Inside the first of all we need to create here the new tables. Down here the restaurant review details, and we need to give the review ID and auto increment we need to set here, and after we need to set here the restaurant ID, and to set here 0. Then after we need to give here the user ID which user give this review. Then after which order to give this review, give the order ID. We need to create after the order ID tables. We need to create that as a 0. Now we need to add more columns. We need to add 5 columns. We need to add more here. We need that is a rate. Add here integers. By default 0 to setting give rate, and after we need to write down the year review, right, that here and that here rate, that is change. And now need to create here the created date here, which time create this review. Write down here timestamp, and after need to create here the updated date, select date time, here the current timestamp. Now we need to set here the status. By default set is a 1. Once means active. Let's delete. Save this, and this is the restaurant review details. Need to get here. Not save. In your note, get this error. Save it. And now here the update. Get here the review details tables. Inside we need to user give the restaurant inside the review. Now we need to create here the user card tables. We need to manage here for the out here the which item order inside the cart. We need to open first of all the cart. Now we need to save these details inside the cart. Set as a cart details. Manage this as the user cart. Need to write down here the cart ID. auto increment. Then after we need to give here the user ID 0. Then after we need to use here the restaurant ID for specific this restaurant's cards details here. That's why I need to set here. Then after we need to select the menu item ID, that here 0. And we need to add here more columns. Bye. After we need to iteration ID, we need to set if you select iteration user, so which type iteration, that is the worker, and set here ins. That as a blank. Then after the ingredients ID here and to use as a worker, and quantity for the cart insert the how many user buy these items as a one set here. And after created date, set type as a data types, date types. Yeah. Date and one more column to add here status. By default active, set here 1 equal 2 minutes delete. And now save this table here, cart detail. Now need to create here the order detail tables, need to set here. To create, click on new, write down here the order detail. I need to write down here the order ID, auto generate. Need to set here the cart ID, by default need to give 0. Then after need to set here the delivery address, set worker, and to set here the 500. Then after need to set here the latitudes and longitudes. Here. Now to add more column. Delivery longitudes, we need to long, set worker, and to now need to default. Now need to set here the delivery notes first of all. To here delivery instructions, not and to set where. Then after we need to save these subtotals. Write down here the after we need to delivery cost. That here after we need to payable total amount means this value, either how many pay this. That is a double by default set it. Then after we need to create for the order order status, we type the order status. Put as a 0. Here the row means pending payment. Once means order. Yes. 2 means order are ready. Third is the plus order for delivery. Fourth, deliverer. Fifth is a cancel status. And sixth one is the refund. Cancel order, the refund. Need to this flag refund. This is the total flag of the order status flags. After we need to set here the delivery transactions ID. Payment transaction ID we need to set here. Now we need to set here varchar and to write down now we need to payment method we need to specify here which payment the pay by default as a 1. Write down here the type 1 equal to cash on delivery. Type 2 is a card payment. Third one is the paper. The type for the payment methods here. Now we need to one more status, we need to add here the payment status. One and to set here first one status 0 is equal to waiting. One is the successfully pay. Yes. 2 means the fail payment. Third one is then after we need to here the set which date the transaction set. timestamp. Add more two columns here. Date. Set here the date time and set current time, and to get the status. The default is 1. Delete. Okay, now save this table. Order details table we need to save. User can press here the checkouts, and we need to fill the all information here. The order details inside we need to fill this information. Now we need to next table for the payment method details. We need to talk about the this is the payment detail inside the add debit cards. We need to save this information for the users, and we need to list out here this list we need to list out here. Now we need to develop for this save informations. Now we need to get here the new, write down here the payment method. Right here details. Write down it. Use here the which user this data. We need to set here the user ID, the connect with the user. Then after I need to set here the payment types. Suppose set one as card. Second is the now we need to set here the name. For use this name here to print out, and no need to payment details because we need to save only the card details, and this information here the papers like it by default need to set here. Set here the 50. Add more columns here. Start to 10 add here. And now we need to card number. Now we need to set here the card month. Here we need to set here. That. Okay. Now we need to set here the code, card code. Here carry, and you then after we need to set here the card first name. After we need to mobile. Now need to create a date here. Select the date timestamp. Now we need to set here update date. Date times. Set current. Now we need to give here the status. Set here. Now this is the save for the are determined to change this table name. Here. To save this. Now need the card details tables are created here. Then after we need to create here the notification. Need to develop this UI. Data save inside. Place order, peak order, need to the order status need to manage one more table use for the notification tables. Now need to create here the notification ID and auto increment. Now after we need to set here which user notification this. Then after we need to create here the title notification titles into care. Then after details you need to size here. Columns into then need to give it the reference ID. Require to set here blank and notification type is the custom type here and to set here. Three voltage set 0 and to create a date one more flag to set is read. Default set 0. One means read. After we need to create a date here as a date time and to set current time. Now dated dates, date time, current timestamp. Add more one columns as a set as a status and as a delete. To create this table to save here with the length okay. Now notification tables are the created done. Detail table created. Now we need to another tables we need to create here the inbox details tables. We need to develop to these inbox tables to develop. Create here the new table and inbox. Now we need to give the inbox that auto increment. Now we need to give here the user ID that is a 0 here. Now we need to give title here. We need to and we need to the details care. Now we need to add more columns here. 3. Created date. Check the date times and to set current timestamp. Now we need to updated dates. Get here the date times and we need to write down the current timestamp. Now status set 1. To 1 means that is a 0 means once main column and we save this box detail. And then after we to last one table to develop for the year this about screen. Develop this dynamically inside the database, save inside the all information. Need to create here first the create new table out details. Write down here auto increment. Now we need to get the message details message that here. Then after we need to set here the order change maybe first second last one. Give here the orders order by that here. Write down here and to date timestamps. Now we need to add more 2 columns here. Updated dates, select date time and timestamp. Now here the status. Save this. The one. Now we need to once delete this for it to save this information and not the we need to set and this the order. Save this here. And now here the created the full application database designs. Here the done. We need to one by one the screens wise we need to develop here the tables and manage with the interrelationships between the one table to another tables. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up and share video your friends. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get the every new video notifications. And if you have any question, so please write down in the comment section, so I will help you and sort out your issue. and everyone have a nice day and goodbye.